Now, take this with the grain of salt that it probably can have, but as silly season is coming up, we start seeing all the rumors of people moving back and forth and who to go where, and the Chase Sexton, the Kawasaki's, and the Roxon Ducatis. But this is the first one I've seen about any of this, and this is that Eli Tomac could be leaving Yamaha. Obviously, I think this is his last full year racing, Supercross, motocross, the whole SMX schedule. But still, this is huge. I mean, consider he's been with Honda and Kawasaki and now Yamaha. And if he moves to a different team, it's just going to be surprising. To me, I figured he'd just retire and be kind of a Yamaha ambassador and do the fun things. But if you're reading this, and you got to say, Pulp is normally pretty good on the rumors, whatever you want to call it, assumptions kind of thing. But him saying, quote, KTM or Ducati is the word. I know he loves clutch cable, or I know he loves cable clutches, sorry, but I don't think that's an option for him. So either KTM or Ducati. I mean, that's huge. I mean, I guess I've seen maybe a few Ducati ones, but it didn't seem to be anything serious. I don't know. Just kind of internet whatevers. But for somebody of his, I don't want to say clout, somebody of his like insider knowledge or whatever you want to call it, to start talking about this, it means there's at least got to be some sort of interest or some sort of talk. And if you're Ducati or if you're KTM, it would make perfect sense. I mean, if Chase Sexton is leaving, he's going to Kawasaki with, for all intents and purposes, that's that thing that seems to be pretty much secure. Letter of intent or whatever it is, he's never going to say yes or no yet, but it seems to be the way it's going. KTM is going to need another rider. I mean, not need, but they've been running a 2-rider team. I highly doubt they're going to drop one. They've supposedly already re-signed Aaron Plessinger, and if they throw Eli Tomac on that bike, you could have just going from one title contender with Sexton right into a different title contender with Tomac. And for his last year, it could be a pretty, well, last years, whatever the contract might be, would be, could be. You're going to get a competitive rider. You're going to get somebody who is, not going to give up, who is going to race every race and that he can, and will give you a good chance of winning a lot of these. So for them, I think this would be huge. But for him, who knows if he wants to do it? Swap over to, the Austrian bikes, different frame, a different team, or at this point, just say, screw it, I'm done. And who knows? But I mean, for Yamaha, it also makes kind of sense too. With next year, Deegan's going to be moving up. You got Justin Cooper. You got Cooper Webb, who's probably going to get a nice little bonus this year with his title. And for them, it's going to be a who do you keep and who do you move on from at this point. But I don't know. Obviously, we're going to end up seeing what actually happens at the end of this once contracts start getting signed and everything. But it's just kind of exciting to think, or fun little rumor to talk about. But comment down below. Tell me what you think while you're down there. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it really just helped me out and I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.